What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching a Ragin Ronin review. I got a review for you. I checked out Airstrike. This is a Chinese film that came out 3 years ago, actually, and it stars Bruce Willis. That's the main reason why I wanted to check it out, because Bruce Willis is in it. This is a Chinese World War II film, and it is about the Japanese attack, like an aerial attack, on the Chinese city of Chongqing. And then Bruce Willis is an army captain for the Chinese Air Force, and basically it's in a way it's kind of like a white savior story where you have the white man from America and he goes to a foreign country. In this case, it's China, and then he leads the Chinese Air Force into victory. Okay, because they can't do it themselves. Anyways, this is a full-on Chinese propaganda film, but the other reason why I wanted to watch this is because apparently it's really, really bad. I mean, it just looked bad from the trailer, but sometimes you just want to see how bad some films really are. So I wanted to check it out for that reason. Now, I have to give you a little bit of a context before going into this review. This film dealt with a lot of controversy. So 3 weeks before the release of this film, the movie got canceled from its Chinese release. It didn't even have a release in China at all. And the main reason was because one of the actresses in the film, Fan Bingbing, who plays Blink in X-Men Days of Future Past, great character, great film by the way, she was caught in a tax evasion scandal. So because of that, it was a pretty big deal, and all her scenes were cut from the film. Not only that, the scenes that were cut from that had her in it, that was in the film, also included other actors, big actors who were cut. So including a Hong Kong actor, Ray Liu, and Simon Yam. These are like big Hong Kong actors, okay? So their scenes were cut as well. And this made the film significantly short. Like a huge chunk of this film was cut. I think it involved like a major subplot, because you aren't going to cast a big star like Fan Bingbing and not put her in a bigger role. All her scenes were cut, and that's that. So it never saw it released in China. However, it did get a distribution in the United States. And it was a very limited release, and then it ended up on Netflix. And when I looked at the running time for this film, it was only like 90 minutes. And then I looked at Rotten Tomatoes, it has 0%. So I wanted to check out, like, why is it so bad? So, man, this movie is bad. I mean, you don't need a Rotten Tomatoes score to tell me that. It was unintentionally funny. This film did not have any Chinese dubbing, like Chinese original dialogue. I mean, it has the Chinese original dialogue, but we will never ever hear that. I prefer to watch foreign films with subtitles on, because that's authentic. However, it doesn't even have that at all. We get terrible English dubbing, and what's really funny is that the Japanese do not get any dubbing at all. Okay, they get to keep their own language. Of course, the American actors, Bruce Willis, he gets to stay speaking English. All the Chinese actors get to speak English, but it's really, really bad. The dialogue is terrible. It's very poorly written. They say things like, sir, permission to go kick some ass. Come on, man. So, yeah, they get to say things like that. Bruce Willis only exists to say one-liners. And he just cusses the hell out of the Japanese. He's just swearing every sentence comes with some curse words, okay? It's really, really funny. And I think it really only took him, it could not have taken him a week to film his scenes. He's in there for a very minimal performance. He slept or phoned his performance in this film, okay? He pretty much phoned it all the way through. And it was just for a paycheck. Now, keep this in mind. Now, check this out. The poster also features Adrian Brody. He's probably in this film for less than a minute. So, when you look at the poster, they're trying to sell this film based on the fact that Bruce Willis and Adrian Brody are in it. These actors are barely in it, okay? The stars of the film, the main characters are actually the Chinese stars. And yeah, it's really, really bad. The dubbing is terrible. Like, the voice actors are terrible. It's cheesy as hell. The delivery of the dialogue is very, very bad. And even the translation, I know they didn't say those things. There is a scene in this movie where they're going, Team America, Team America. These are Chinese people in China saying Team America. What is going on here? And another thing that they did was that, I told you that they didn't dub the Japanese actors, okay? So why dub the Chinese actors but not dub the Japanese actors? And that is totally, I'm positive this was a creative decision on the Chinese production, and that is because they wanted to antagonize the Japanese because of, they obviously have a thing, a feud between China and Japan. Anyways, it's to antagonize the Japanese aspect of the film, like that element, okay? Is to dehumanize them, to make them the true enemy, which, at that time they were, but still, like, they took it to the next level, even in a film that is, I'm positive this is like really, really loosely based off of the original story. They totally dehumanized the Japanese pilots, okay, the soldiers. And that's just for the film, okay? So anyways, I'm going to give it a 1.5 out of 10. I'm giving it a 1.5 as opposed to a 0 because for the most part, it was still entertaining. It was funny, unintentionally, and I still got some enjoyment out of it. I actually want to watch it again, but I want to watch it again with my friends over drinks because it's just a funny movie, unintentionally. Anyways, that's all I gotta say in this review. Dude, go check it out if you really want a good laugh. It is really, really bad, okay? It's like The Room of World War II films. Anyways, my name is Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.